Thank you very much, everyone, for giving attention to this wonderful bus going around London. So we continue with our speech here today. 7 years later, Alan Duncan, UK's Foreign Minister in 2019, reported triumphantly in his diary the day Julian was dragged from this building. In his book, he reveals details of Operation Pelican. He writes, "Suddenly, it's game on. I'm told Assange will be sprung from the Ecuadorian embassy today, so I drop everything and head to the operations room at the top of the Foreign Office. Operation Pelican is go. We watch a live feed which ironically was available on the web from Russia Today. Bang on at 10 a.m, 2 or 3 plainclothes policemen enter the embassy. We were expecting Assange to be brought out very soon after their arrival, but text on the ops room revealed he had caused a bit of commotion, at which point he was forcibly restrained. Then, with military precision, 6 police officers marched up to line each side of the entrance steps to form a protective corridor through which Assange was bundled out at about 10:20 a.m. So, job done at last, and we take a commemorative photo of Team Pelican. It had taken many months of patient diplomatic negotiation, and in the end it went off without a hitch. I do millions of interviews," says Alan Duncan, "trying to keep the smirk off my face." We stand here today to say to Mr. Duncan that journalism is not a crime. The crime is to imprison a journalist and a publisher who told us the truth about war crimes committed by our governments. The US used tactics of subversion to get Lenny Moreno on side. Moreno has been the recipient of a documented network of corruption running in the millions of dollars. He proved a willing candidate to be turned. And aside from the personal rewards lavished on him, amongst his political rewards was a $4.2 billion IMF loan and trade deals. It is virtually unprecedented for an embassy to allow police of a foreign nation in to drag out someone who has asylum. Nor can asylum simply be retracted because a government changes hands and politics. The lawless behavior of the Moreno regime here was mirrored in Ecuador. The Ecuadorian people were betrayed and made it clear that they were opposed to the actions of Moreno's government. In October 2019, the Moreno government unleashed a wave of repression to stifle widespread opposition to IMF-dictated policies of wage and public sector cuts, including fuel subsidies. Brutality from the police and the armed forces was systematic and widespread. Repression targeted hospitals, universities and shelters where children and elders were resting at night. Armed forces used live ammunition, grenades and threw tear gas bombs. Citizens have denounced torture, illegal detentions and trials in military quarters. This is the monstrous behavior of Alan Duncan's partner in crime in subverting international law on political asylum. The US and British propaganda and dirty tricks machine had also been cranked into top gear, with every intelligence organization, including the Pentagon and hundreds of operatives, working on bringing Julian to the USA to face a life sentence in isolation. This was the lawless behavior of the United States, Britain, Sweden, and Ecuador. And the surveillance of Julian and his visitors throughout Moreno's rule, 24-hour hidden filming inside the embassy, including meetings with his lawyers, doctors, and family, began in earnest. Illegal in every way, We know that the surveillance was done by the CIA, who even toyed with the idea of kidnapping or even poisoning Julian Assange, and the British Secret Services have been complicit. In this building opposite, number 18 Has Crescent, in the first floor, in that apartment with the open windows, a laser microphone had been placed in order to facilitate the surveillance inside the embassy. In that lamppost there, unmarked vehicles of the US British intelligence with plainclothes policemen were stationed 24/7 on the ground. CIA and British intelligence working hand in glove in this illegal operation. Today there are presidential elections in Ecuador. We hope for a wind of political change there that will reverse Lenin Moreno's servile and corrupt policy, bringing back into power the pride and honor of the Ecuadorian people who chose to protect Julian Assange's life and work by offering political asylum in this embassy. Such a wind of change will be unstoppable in revealing the details of British and US involvement in the plot to destroy Julian Assange's political asylum, undermining international human rights law. It may reveal how CIA, via Ecuadorian media and political personality Villavicencio, fed the Guardian's Luke Harding the lie that Paul Manafort visited this embassy, offering a legal cover for USA and Moreno's government legal cooperation in terminating his political asylum. The new Ecuadorian government may also sue in Spanish courts UC Global, who collaborated with the CIA in surveying the embassy. I will take a break now to enjoy the show.